Good morning, one and all present here. This is Dr. Jay Ganesh. Actually, I'm a corporate trainer for industries in quality engineering and Six Sigma, as well as the Taguchi technique and optimization tools. And I hope that you have seen my previous videos talking about the 8D analysis. We have covered so far the three steps on 3D analysis. I just want to recap what has been taught in the previous sessions of my video. I have taken the initiate project team is the first step, and second step is define the problem. Third step is implement containment action, and the fourth step is identify root causes. So in AD analysis, the step 4 is very important, identifying the root causes. So that is the main part of the AD analysis. Okay, so not only that, in any type of industries, identifying the problem is an important task. Once the problem has been identified, then you might have easy to solve the problem or give solution to the problem. So identifying root causes on AD analysis, that we are going to see. And each and every part of my presentation the steps, we just see that the objective of knowing that particular steps. So objective of root cause analysis is to identify and test potential causes using the problem description and test data to isolate and verify the root causes. There are a number of supporting concepts and tools which are available. There are a number of methods and tools are available to go through the root cause analysis. Number 1, brainstorming and CE diagrams, and 3L 5W, 3 leg and 5Y. You might have understood, you might have already come across that steps. And then histograms and control charts, of course the capability studies and gauge R&R and scatter diagrams, design of experiments, of course, and then failure mode effect analysis. So these are all the different concepts and methods in which you can identify the root cause of a problem or the defects. We'll see one by one what is the types of root causes before going to see the tools. There are two types of root causes. One is occurrence root causes and escape root causes. What do you mean by occurrence root causes? A breakdown in prevention activities, example training, drawings, fixtures, etc. And then the specific local cause that resulted in the specific problems reported. And when we talk about the escape root cause, a breakdown is an inspection or detection operation, and then it explains why the defects or problems was allowed to escape to a downstream operation, example next manufacturing steps or customer. And when we both types of root causes must be addressed, only addressing occurrence allows similar causes to continue to escape to the customers. For example, appears to be repeat occurrence. And only addressing escape, when we addressing only on escape, leaves unnecessary waste. Example, scrap, rework in the system. And then the fact funnel, you might have known whenever the problems is very large and you have to make it down in a narrow, or we can call it as bull eye, right? If you see in a narrow way, then you might have addressed the problem exactly instead of going with a large funnel, right? Whenever the funnel shape process is used for root cause analysis, means that you have to bringing down the problem in a narrow way. And there are so many data inputs. In industries, there are multiple inputs are there. You cannot give a multiple solution for a multiple input problem. Even though the problems are multiple, you have to give a single solution for the problems. And you have to ask the question like is or is not, differences, and changes noted, or you can use hypothesis testing and like causes. Okay, like causes. So these are all the root causes of a problem. Whenever it occurs, you might have asked this type of questions. And brainstorm potential causes. A good way to produce a maximum amount of ideas is to conduct a brainstorming session. Okay, cause and effect diagram, we can call it as CE diagram and Ishikawa diagram and fishbone diagram. Like that, there are so many names for that that particular analysis, and all possible causes of the problem should be identified. The more detailed the CE diagram, the greater chances the root cause will be included. All likely, potential and even improbable causes discussed in the meeting should appear on the fishbone or cause and effect diagram. So whenever you see the cause and effect diagram, you might have seen there is a center line in which you can note down all the different problems that you are facing. The problems may be in the case of methods, machinery, or money, or the management. So reasons for non-conformance and reasons for reasons not detected. Okay, that you have to identify and you have to analyze it. And then next, ask 5 wise questions. Review symptoms or effects of the problem. To drive your team understanding from the effect to the causes, ask why 5 times. Example, machine stoppage. Okay, take it as an example. Machine has stopped. Typically, one why exchange, that is, why did the machine stop? That is the main basic concept. Fuse blew due to an overload, that might be the problem. Corrective action is for that why is replace the fuse, that is the end of the problem. Okay, but why, in what cases you should understand the root causes, further asking why. Okay, a 5 why exchange, I will give an example for that. Say for example, the same example we can take it as machine stoppage. Okay, machine is stopped, why? This is the first why, and due to fuse blew overload, that is the problem. Again, if you ask why the fuse blew overload, it is lubrication inadequate. So the next why is, third why is, again why lubrication is inadequate, pump not working. Okay, why pump is not working? Axial damage. Why axial damage happens? Impurity in pump. So when I asked this type of 5, I can clearly understand the actual problem which has been taken place because of the machine stoppage. Okay, so immediately you can give a solution for that, but instead of giving the solution directly, you can ask the basic problems which has been happened, where it has happened, the starting point of the problem till the solution which is given for a problem. And ask corrective action is install a filter on the lubricating pump, that is the solution for the exact reason for the impurity in pumps. You have to, if you make a filter, if you put a filter, then automatically the impurities can be settled down and the clear fuel will be supplied, or clean fluid will be supplied. So ask why until the answer is not known or can't be controlled. Then proceed with the investigation. So ask 5 whys. These tools allows the user to reduce the likelihood of solving effects rather than the basic problems in itself. Is this a good permanent solution to the problem? You can ask a question. Could we have asked why once more? And does a filter on the lubrication pump act as a permanent solution? So these are all the questions that you must ask again in order to understand the problems completely. The hint is, what must you do with a filter? Clean or replace? Or how did the impurity get into the fluid or the pump? That is also another question. So we will next move on to the 3L 5Ys analysis, 3-leg and 5Y analysis worksheet. So you might have gone through with the worksheet and the problem on the left hand side and the corrective actions or the causes or the results you have to make it in the right side, and in between you have a different Y and Y columns or the tabular column in which you have to fill the reason. So the problem occurs why, because of why, therefore the occurrence has been taken place. The root causes you can specify on the occurrence stage, and then corrective actions to be taken is occurrence, it's an escape, or systematic. So enhances this basic why tool use all the three paths to thoroughly investigate why the specific non-conformance occurred, why it was not detected by process controls, as well as why the overall governing system, policies, procedure or process allowed this non-conformance and perhaps other like it to occur. Check continuity of logic by reading back using the therefore test. Verifying criteria for this why analysis or 3-leg, 5-leg, 5 why analysis is the underlying root causes has been reached only when the final why satisfy the criteria. So up to that you have to ask why, and it initiates and causes the events we are seeking to explain, and it is directly controllable, and the elimination of the root cause will result in the elimination or reduction of the problem. And then select root causes. There are different mode in which you can select the root causes. Interpret data and develop potential hypothesis, and compare all the hypothesis is or is not the data investigation facts, and continue research as needed. So interpret data and develop potential hypothesis. We have many different ideas may exist as to what the true cause of a problem is, and comparing the hypothesis will include the true causes will have all facts either supporting the explanation of being unrelated, and any fact refuting a hypothesis means that either the fact is incorrect or bad data or the hypothesis need revision. And furthermore, if you want to do a research or continuing the research which is needed, verify or validate facts in questions, and revise hypothesis or identify cause interactions. Always applies to occurrence root cause, but can also apply to escape root cause also. Be willing to re-evaluate once if it is not done, then you have to go with the re-evaluation. Many have the mistaken belief that the data-oriented problem solving consists of collecting relevant data, analyzing the results and determining the correct solutions. After data is collected, new questions arise and original assumption may change. More root causes. More than one iteration is usually necessary to find the root cause. The path is not straight line but rather a spiraling one. So whenever the data and analysis and the re-evaluation, all the three may be put together in the spiral view of the center of the actions to be taken. And verification, you have to suppose verify, then after reevaluating, turn it on, turn it off, right? You might have remember a tap. Thorough experimentation or simulation verify that the real root cause has been found. It should be possible to create and eliminate the problem by installing and removing the causes. The true root cause should be able to explain all of the data and facts collected up to this time. I hope that I have covered all the root causes tools which is used in 8D dimension or 8D analysis, and I hope you can understand very easily the supporting tools that can be implemented, and when to implement, and where to implement, and how to implement, and why to implement. These are all the common and questions that you might have asked for identifying the root analysis. So far we have covered up to step 4. In next session we will see the development and verify the solution, or develop and verify the solution for 8D analysis. If you have any doubt, you can just call me. 9443278181 is my WhatsApp number, and my email ID is jaiganeshresearch@gmail.com. And thanks for watching.